Hey, what's going on everybody? George here once again with the Vitality Guru, helping and inspiring you to live a happier, healthier and more rewarding life. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that's very sensitive right now. Something that's obviously quite controversial to speak up against, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions, everyone's entitled to their own viewpoints, and that's all this really is about. Now, all I am doing is sourcing information from media outlets, from government sources, from the CDC, from the ONS, from the World Health Organization, places like that, and basically just regurgitating and reorganizing the information in a different way, and in doing so expressing what I see in the information that I am getting. And so maybe you will agree with me on it, maybe you won't. That's entirely up to you, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Some of us agree with each other, some of us don't, that's natural. So I just want you to take this with an open mind and just understand that this is just my view. And if you don't agree with my view, that's fine. Just dislike the video, leave a comment, close the tab and get on with your day. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about what's been going on with this whole coronavirus thing, and the numbers, the stats, the government reaction and everything that's gone on, because truth is, we have been lied to. Well, first of all, we've had members of the British government, I believe something to do with the Health Secretary, I can't remember who exactly, that has admitted that the ONS, the Office for National Statistics, has lied about the numbers of COVID deaths. What I mean by that is they have outright stated on, I believe it was BBC or Sky News, that it wasn't just COVID deaths that were being calculated as COVID deaths.
Total death rate. It's worth remembering again that the ONS rates are people who've got COVID on their death certificate. It doesn't necessarily mean they were infected, because many of them haven't been tested, so we just need to understand the difference.
The ONS figures are likely to still be accurate.
So that itself was evident enough, but then later from that, about 2 months later, we've also had a reporter on Sky News as well admit that the coronavirus death stats were completely fabricated, because, and I believe, I'm going to try and quote this as best as I can, that even if you had the coronavirus and recovered and then a month later got hit by a bus, you would still tally as a coronavirus death.
So this is about how Public Health England calculates who has died from coronavirus and whose deaths get added on to that tally. Now the issue is that the way it's being counted at the moment means that if you are diagnosed, you test positive for coronavirus, even if you go into hospital, but then you recover and you come out, and then 2 months later, say, or a period of time later, you then die of something completely unrelated to coronavirus, your death will still be added to that coronavirus death tally. So the example that was given to me by a government source was basically, if you had tested positive in February for coronavirus, you'd recovered, you'd been fine for the last few months, but then you'd been hit by a lorry or hit by a bus yesterday and died, your death would still be added on to that coronavirus tally. But then you'd been hit by a lorry or hit by a bus yesterday and died, your death would still be added on to that coronavirus tally.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me every single person who has got ill and recovered and then just died for any other reason is a coronavirus death? I'm just going to remind you all that every single day 160,000 people die. Every single day 160,000 people die worldwide. Now how many of those may have got coronavirus and recovered? No idea. But let's be honest, how many people were actually recovered from coronavirus? Well, look at any of the stats, it's around 99% everywhere. So we've got a virus that's 99% survivable. Of all the thousands of people that died from it, most died of any other means. They could have got hit by a bus, they could have got hit off a motorbike, they could have got Stabbed. They could have died in any other means, but we're going to make it up as a coronavirus death. Why? So we can force you all to wear masks, sanitize everything, and restrict and take away all your goddamn freedoms, rights, and everything that's good in life. Because now, you're not allowed to smile at people because you've got to have a mask on. You're not allowed to go near people because social distancing. You're not allowed to do everything that's normal, human, social, fun, exciting. None of that, that's all getting taken because now you've accepted masks. You're going to have to accept some track and trace app, then it's going to be health testing, and then it's going to be vaccination. Look what we're walking into. We're walking into a society filled with CCTV and surveillance cameras, with internet restrictions, with dictatorship government, with ruling of what we can do, when we can do it, how we do it, and why we do it.
You may keep your secrets from your friends, from your parents, your children, your doctor, even your personal trainer. But it takes real effort to conceal your thoughts from Google. And if that is true today, in future, there may be nowhere to hide. Smart cities will pullulate with sensors, all joined together by the Internet of Things. Bollards communing invisibly with lampposts, so there is always a parking space for your electric car, so that no bin goes unemptied, no street unswept, and the urban environment is as antiseptic as a Zurich pharmacy. But this technology could also be used to keep every citizen under round-the-clock surveillance. A future Alexa will pretend to take orders, but this Alexa will be watching you, clucking her tongue and stamping her foot. In future, voice connectivity will be in every room and almost every object. Your mattress will monitor your nightmares, your fridge will beep for more cheese, your front door will sweep wide the moment you approach, like some silent butler, every one of them minutely transcribing your every habit in tiny electronic shorthand, stored not in their chips or in their innards, nowhere you can find it, but in some great cloud of data that lowers ever more oppressively over the human race. A giant, dark thundercloud.
I can't make it any clearer. They don't give a shit what we go through. If we all get ill, they don't care. The only reason they actually care about us, the one reason they care about us, is so we can provide value to society, to keep bringing in tax and to keep the world turning round. That is it. If you think they care about anything other, if you think they care about anything, regardless of what it means to you, your health, your financials, your relationships, your well-being, your psychological health, your freedom, your rights, you are wrong. They do not give a toss, and they never will give a toss. They are not there to give a toss. It doesn't matter. As long as you can work, as long as you can function to a minimal degree, they are perfectly happy. That's why they don't care about treating illness. That's why they'd rather give you medication. That's why they don't care about depression. They'd rather give you medication. That's why they don't care about finances. They'd rather keep ramping up the tax for the poor people. It's why they don't care about your health. Because regardless of what's going on right now, the mask isn't going to save you, the sanitizer's not going to save you, and neither is social distancing. So yeah, I'm pretty annoyed, as you can see. But honestly, I know I've not been on YouTube for a while, but seriously guys, come on. If you're watching at least one of my videos, you know what I stand for. I don't know how, but somehow we can put a stop to this nonsense before it's too late. So with all that being said, not the most peaceful video, but peace, much love, and I'll see you soon. Take care.